Good day, good day, good day, good day, good day, good people. Um, yeah, I'm going to address something and it's painful, but I choose not to address it in a painful way. I I like to consider myself as this person, a calm one, and even the way I approach things. Um, so the truth of the matter is that mental health is real. Yeah, I tried to make a video, a live video, on my TikTok, but I freaked out. I don't know, maybe it's because I wasn't prepared or I was impulsive, I don't know. But either way, I couldn't go forward with it. I would like us to talk about mental health. Guys, mental health is real. And it's very difficult when it comes to us as blacks. We are not used to those kind of things, or we don't want to learn about this mental health. We don't want to read about it. And when it comes to us, when it's closer to home, um, our families will label it as, come on, get over that, you know. But this topic is too deep. It's too deep, whereby I I would love, or I would appeal to us blacks to read. Let's read anything and everything that we come up with, because um, knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. So yeah, I was diagnosed with MDD way back. There were a lot of things that happened at at the very short space of time. You know, so many deaths in the family and stuff, which affected me very badly. And I ended up being diagnosed with MDD. And even myself at the time, I didn't know what MDD is, because the first time when I was diagnosed with MDD was in 2008, when I lost my auntie in a car accident. And it was for the first time I was involved in a car accident. I remember the car accident comes with a lot of trauma. It comes with a lot of emotions that none of us are expecting or foresee them, you know. So yeah, it broke me. It broke me, and at that time my family chose not to tell me that my auntie died right on the scene. And they took me to a hospital, and my auntie and the other two ladies were left there. After I left, I apparently they took them to other hospitals. Fine, but what infuriates me more is I don't like dishonesty. I would rather be hit by the truth in my face rather than slapping me with a lie. I don't know how to lie. I don't like lies, because lies has its way of coming out. So yeah, it happened that they didn't tell me about the passing of my auntie. I stayed for the whole week at the hospital. I was not badly injured. Yeah, just the shock and you know, everything that comes with it. So on Friday, when I was supposed to be discharged, that's when my family came, and they didn't even know how to break the news. Look, I don't care no matter how difficult you think it will be. Just hit me with the truth, okay? So, when my uncle came, he came with a psychiatrist. I didn't know what a psychiatrist is or was at that time. And that's when he broke the news to me to say, my auntie died. Like, hello, my auntie died. The most favorite person that I ever loved in my family. My favorite. Okay. And I was shocked to hear that because every time when they come to tell me, I will ask them, what happened to where is my auntie? What happened to my auntie? And none of them told me the truth. They just came up with different stories, okay? And I didn't buy it. I didn't. Until such time when I have to come out of the hospital now. That's when the truth came out, and then he came with a psychiatrist. And then that white woman, when my uncle broke the news to me, and I went ballistic. I was hysterical, and I ended up saying I killed her, and I cried. I cried. And then that woman approached and said, and she tried to explain to me that, what, it's not your fault, da, 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 da. But hello, I was driving the car. And then it was just a tire burst. And then I don't know what happened next. You see? So for me, an accident didn't make sense. Bottom line in me, what came into my mind was, I killed a person. I killed my auntie. I killed someone else's wife. I killed someone else's mother. I killed someone else's sister. I killed, and it didn't sit well with me. It didn't. The psychiatrist tried to. She tried to calm me down, and at that point I had to go home. So I didn't take it well. I didn't. I didn't take it well, to be honest. And was part when we went home, we went straight to my auntie's place. That was Friday. It was hectic. It was Pomangena. People were going in and out. It's Friday. They are preparing for the funeral for the next day. And I was so ashamed. I was sorry. I just couldn't get out of my car. I just couldn't get out of the car. I just stayed there, and I was so scared at what at the reaction of people who are there, the reaction of my maternal family, of all the families involved. I was too scared at what they are going to say to me. I just stood there in the car, and then my auntie's child, the girl child, came to the car to greet me, and she hugged me, and we cried together. We cried, and my auntie's son also came. They hugged me, and we cried together, and they all told me that it was an accident. It was not your fault. But for me, the word accident didn't make sense. Like, really, it didn't. And we cried. It was so sad. It was on Friday. She's being buried the following day. So I promise that I'm not going to be emotional. I thought I was brave enough to narrate the story with a smiling face, but the more I talk, the more that thing plays in my mind. So yeah, it was not good. That was for the first time I got to know what major depressive disorder means. That was the first time when I learned about mental illness. And it was not good at all. It was not. It was not. It's, it's bad. It's bad. So the following day, it's a funeral. I have to go. Okay, I couldn't walk properly. I couldn't bath myself. So my sisters helped me. They bathed me. We went to the funeral. As I was sitting there, looking at that box with the family, I just stood there, numb, like with no reaction. And all that was happening was me crying. Not crying. I don't cry loud. Just tears coming out of my eyes for the whole duration of the sermon. And after that, we had to go to the burial site. I didn't even want to go closer. I didn't. I didn't wanna do that. Unfortunately, I had a very good friend. A very good friend. I had a lot of support, and I asked them not to go further. Then we just stood there from afar, looking at things. So yeah, until it ends. Then after everything, they took me. We went back to her house. And then they were talking about the after tears and stuff. And I said, guys, I just need to be alone. I just needed to be alone. That broke me. That broke me. And I got admitted in hospitals, like maybe in a neuro clinic, like maybe twice a year. Because I just couldn't deal with this. I couldn't. And sorry, that's my colleague. Now every time when I got admitted in a neuro clinic, my employer, I agree, when you're admitted in a neuro clinic, you stay for 21 days there. And obviously your annual leave will get exhausted, or you will be finished, and then the only logic thing is to apply for the incapacity leave. So when I come to work and apply for the incapacity leaves, my incapacity leaves were declined, were rejected all the time. And I would appeal, and the appeal will be declined. And after that, what will happen will be they deduct money from my salary without my consent, the employer. So this has been happening for a very long time, for years. And this was the first incident, by the way. The second incident, a year later, my younger sister and her 2 kids, aged 1 and 5, they also got involved in a car accident and they passed on. It was not a good thing. It was not. It blew me apart. Again, my younger sister was my support structure as well. And 6 months later, I lost my my stepdad. That was just too much. Mind you, these three people are the only three people that I know that whenever I fall, they will pick me up. You know? So I don't know what life was doing to me or what the universe was trying to send me, the message that the universe was trying to send me, I don't know. But that's where I lost it. You know, the neuro clinic were just my second home. And in the meantime, the employer is taking my money from my salary without my consent. Without my consent. I would apply and submit everything that my treating doctors have given me. And everything was rejected at work. So yeah, well, I was going through this thing of losing people that matter most in my life. And have you ever been in that situation whereby you are just numb to pain? You're just moving. You're just moving and you're not thinking, like a zombie, if I may call it that way. I was like that at some point, whereby my psychiatrist once said to me, baby girl, you are alive, but there is no life in you. I would just stare at the face, at something like stare, without movement, without anything. I lost it. I would just walk and not knowing where I'm going. I lost it. I even came to a point whereby they diagnosed me again with bipolar. That was how things got worse. Because I was dealing with something that I didn't understand, and at the same time, my employer is doing all these bad things. He's taking my money. It's taking my money that I didn't even sign for. So, and mind you, at the time I do have unions, trade unions, 2 trade unions which are deducting on my salary every month, every year. But they were useless. They were useless and they are still useless even today. So yeah, I'm going to do segments of my journey with my employer. I will do that. I want you to walk through with me on this one. And I'm gonna post this on TikTok. I'm gonna post it on my YouTube channel. I will take everything that comes my way, your comments and everything, and I will respond where needs be. You know, the thing about this journey, it humbles you. You know, Have you ever felt a pain too deep that you no longer feel pain anymore? No matter what comes your way, you don't feel pain anymore. You feel numb. You feel exhausted of fighting. You feel like, whatever. You know, I'm a fighter. I'm a fighter. I I don't know how to explain myself, but I'm that brave person. I stand my ground, and now we are going to go to this one whereby you are in a workplace and you're being bullied and being victimized because you're not a doormat. You're not, you stand your ground. You're not a yes ma'am kind of person, and people will, like colleagues will gang up on you because you don't do what they want you to do. You just there to do your job. I work with people. I I I work with people. So that is my main mission, to come here and do what I have to do and go home. I don't make friends in the office. No. I'm that kind of person that I'll tell you about my personality next time, okay? But right now we are going to tackle issues of bullying in the workplace, victimization in the workplace, sexual harassment in the workplace, unlawful deductions on my salary. There are a lot of things to unpack, and we are going to unpack them next time when I do another video. We will do that. I have been through all those things alone, through it all. That is what humbled me, because it will be painful, it will be sad, but I didn't want to be a sad person. I became a sad person for a very long time in my life. I'm not going to be that person. I chose not to be that person, and I chose not to be a pushover. I chose to stand my ground. I chose to have boundaries. You know, in the neuroclinics, it's not like an ordinary hospital. You pack your bags there. You pack clothes. It's not a hospital whereby you will be sitting there for the whole day and night and. No, you wake up in the morning and see different therapists talking about different aspects of life, and we become busy. You will also become an artist. You know, you learn a lot of things, and I ended up buying a book. I like reading, by the way. I like reading a lot. Yeah, and I like yoga. I like meditation. Those help me a lot. They do help me to relax my mind. They do help me to calm my nerves. Yes. They help me to so yeah, guys, it's a lot, eh? But we are still going to unpack them together. I'm doing this because I believe that, as stubborn as I am, yeah, I am. I'm a voice of the voiceless. I believe that I can start a movement. You know, people will think that so and so is working there, and therefore it means they're getting a good salary or they are working nicely and. But that's not the point. That's not, it's not like that. So yeah, Guys, we will continue later. No, not later, but tomorrow about this. Whew, it's a lot. I started writing a book, but then, yeah, when I thought that I'm at the ending part, then something happens. So I cannot publish my book without a good ending, or an ending that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna leave and love you until the next time we talk. I'm not promising every day, but I'm promising next time. Thank you so much.